This simple 2-week ritual will make your Mercedes engine outlast the car itself. Most owners never learn this secret that mechanics use religiously. The bi-weekly secret, PCV system, visual inspection. Every 2 weeks, spend 5 minutes visually inspecting your Mercedes engine's PCV, positive crankcase ventilation, system for oil weeping, and vacuum line integrity. This simple inspection prevents the catastrophic oil leaks and engine damage that destroy high-mileage Mercedes engines and cost more than most cars are worth to repair. The PCV system controls crankcase pressure by allowing blow-by gases to escape in a controlled manner. But Mercedes engines are particularly prone to PCV valve failures that create excessive pressure. When the PCV system fails, pressure builds up in the crankcase and forces oil past every gasket and seal in the engine, creating the notorious Mercedes oil leaks that plague neglected vehicles. Look for oil weeping around valve covers, oil filter housings, and any plastic-to-metal connections near the intake system. Check PCV hoses for cracks, brittleness, or oil contamination that indicates system failure. Any sign of oil weeping or damaged hoses requires immediate attention to prevent catastrophic seal failure that can dump oil and destroy the engine. According to Consumer Reports data and MB World Forum documentation, PCV system failure is the root cause of 70% of Mercedes oil leak problems, making this inspection the most critical preventive maintenance for engine longevity. A failed PCV system can cause thousands in oil leak repairs and potential engine damage from oil starvation. Smart Mercedes owners perform this bi-weekly inspection religiously, understanding that catching PCV problems early prevents the expensive cascade of oil leaks that make Mercedes ownership financially devastating. Monthly coolant level monitoring, preventing head gasket disaster. Check your Mercedes coolant level monthly in the overflow tank when the engine is cold, because Mercedes aluminum engines are extremely sensitive to coolant loss and can suffer catastrophic head gasket failure from even brief overheating episodes that occur when coolant levels drop below minimum. Mercedes cooling systems use plastic components that develop small leaks over time, causing gradual coolant loss that many owners don't notice until catastrophic overheating occurs. The aluminum engines used in most Mercedes models can warp cylinder heads and destroy head gaskets from even momentary overheating, requiring complete engine replacement rather than repair. The monthly check takes 2 minutes, but prevents overheating damage that can cost $15,000 to $25,000 to repair. Look for coolant level between minimum and maximum marks and investigate any loss immediately. Even small coolant losses indicate developing problems that require professional attention before they become catastrophic failures. According to Mercedes service data and cooling system specialists, coolant-related engine failures are the leading cause of catastrophic Mercedes engine damage, with repair costs often exceeding the vehicle's value. Monthly monitoring allows early detection of cooling system problems before they destroy engines. Smart Mercedes owners treat coolant level monitoring as mandatory monthly maintenance, understanding that Mercedes engines are unforgiving of cooling system neglect and that prevention is far cheaper than engine replacement. Quarterly transmission fluid inspection, ignoring the lifetime myth. Every 3 months, check your Mercedes transmission fluid color and smell, despite manufacturer claims of lifetime fluid, because modern Mercedes transmissions generate extreme heat that breaks down fluid and creates the expensive failures that plague high-mileage vehicles when fluid is never changed. Mercedes' lifetime transmission fluid claims are marketing compromises designed to reduce apparent maintenance costs during warranty periods, not maximize transmission longevity. The 7G-tronic and 9G-tronic transmissions generate extreme heat and pressure that breaks down fluid over time, creating acidic compounds that attack seals, clutches, and valve bodies from the inside. Fresh, red transmission fluid indicates good condition, while dark brown or black fluid with burnt smell indicates breakdown that requires immediate service. Any metal particles or debris in the fluid indicates internal damage that requires professional attention. The quarterly inspection allows early detection of fluid breakdown before expensive internal damage occurs. According to transmission specialists and Mercedes service records, transmissions with regular fluid monitoring and service have failure rates 80% lower than those following manufacturer lifetime recommendations. Transmission rebuilds cost $4,000 to $8,000, while fluid service costs under $400. Smart Mercedes owners ignore lifetime fluid marketing and monitor transmission condition quarterly, understanding that this inspection prevents the expensive transmission failures that make Mercedes ownership financially devastating. Air suspension monthly exercise. Preventing compressor burnout. Once monthly, manually cycle your Mercedes air suspension through all height settings if equipped with Airmatic. Because air springs that remain at constant height develop seal problems, while compressors that rarely run can fail from lack of lubrication circulation in the system. Mercedes Airmatic systems use rubber air springs that need regular movement to maintain seal flexibility and prevent cracking. When air springs remain at the same height for extended periods, the rubber becomes brittle and develops leaks that require expensive replacement. The compressor also needs regular operation to circulate lubricants and prevent internal corrosion. Use the Vehicle Settings menu to manually raise the suspension to its highest setting, hold for 2 minutes, then lower to the lowest setting, and hold for 2 minutes before returning to normal height. This exercise keeps seals flexible and ensures compressor operation while identifying potential problems before they become expensive failures. According to Mercedes specialists and Airmatic repair data, vehicles with regular suspension cycling have air spring failure rates 60% lower than those left at constant ride height. Air spring replacement costs $1,200 to $2,000 per corner, while monthly cycling costs nothing but prevents expensive failures. Smart Mercedes owners treat suspension cycling as mandatory monthly maintenance, understanding that Airmatic systems require regular exercise to maintain proper function and prevent the expensive failures that plague neglected air suspension systems. Engine oil analysis, the professional secret. Every other oil change, send a sample to Blackstone Labs for analysis to monitor engine wear patterns and detect developing problems before they become catastrophic failures. Oil analysis reveals bearing wear, coolant leaks, and fuel dilution that indicate expensive problems developing inside your Mercedes engine. Professional oil analysis provides detailed information about engine condition that visual inspection cannot detect. Metal particles in the oil indicate bearing wear, coolant contamination suggests head gasket problems, and fuel dilution points to injector or high-pressure pump issues. Early detection allows preventive repairs before catastrophic failures occur. The analysis costs $30, but provides invaluable information about engine condition and developing problems. Trending analysis over multiple samples reveals wear patterns and allows prediction of component failures before they occur. This professional approach to maintenance prevents expensive surprises and extends engine life significantly. According to fleet maintenance data and professional mechanics, oil analysis programs reduce catastrophic engine failures by 90% through early detection of developing problems. The small cost of analysis prevents expensive engine repairs and rebuilds that often exceed vehicle value. Smart Mercedes owners use oil analysis as an early warning system, understanding that professional monitoring prevents the expensive engine failures that destroy Mercedes ownership budgets and provides peace of mind about engine condition. Fuel system cleaning, preventing injector failure. Every 30,000 miles, perform professional fuel system cleaning to remove carbon deposits and prevent the high-pressure fuel injector failures that plague Mercedes direct injection engines. These injectors cost $300 to $500 each to replace and often fail in groups, creating repair bills that can exceed $3,000. Mercedes direct injection engines operate at extremely high fuel pressures that make injectors prone to carbon buildup and internal failures. When injectors become clogged or fail, they cause rough running, poor fuel economy, and potential engine damage from lean running conditions. Professional cleaning removes deposits and extends injector life significantly. The cleaning service costs $200 to $400, but prevents injector replacement that often costs 10 times more. Use only Mercedes-approved cleaning procedures and chemicals to avoid damaging sensitive fuel system components. Professional cleaning also removes carbon deposits from intake valves that can restrict airflow and reduce performance. According to Mercedes service bulletins and fuel system specialists, regular fuel system cleaning extends injector life by 100%, while maintaining optimal engine performance and fuel economy. Injector failures often cascade, requiring replacement of multiple units simultaneously. Smart Mercedes owners schedule professional fuel system cleaning every 30,000 miles, understanding that this service prevents the expensive injector failures that plague high-mileage Mercedes engines and maintains the performance characteristics that make Mercedes special. Brake fluid replacement, protecting ABS and ESP systems. Replace brake fluid every 2 years regardless of mileage, because Mercedes brake systems use complex ABS and ESP components that are extremely expensive to replace when they fail from moisture contamination in old brake fluid that causes internal corrosion and component failure. Brake fluid absorbs moisture from the air over time, becoming corrosive and attacking the precision components in Mercedes, ABS, and ESP systems. When these systems fail from corrosion, they require complete replacement rather than repair, often costing $3,000 to $5,000. Fresh brake fluid prevents corrosion and maintains system integrity. The service costs $150 to $250 every 2 years, but prevents ABS and ESP failures that can cost 20 times more to repair. Mercedes brake systems are particularly sensitive to moisture contamination due to their complexity and precision manufacturing tolerances. Old brake fluid also reduces braking performance and can cause brake fade under hard use. According to brake system specialists and Mercedes service data, brake systems serviced every 2 years with fresh fluid have failure rates 90% lower than those with old, contaminated fluid. ABS and ESP system failures often disable multiple safety systems simultaneously. Smart Mercedes owners treat brake fluid as a consumable item requiring regular replacement, understanding that this service protects expensive safety systems and maintains the braking performance expected from Mercedes vehicles. Spark plug replacement, preventing catalytic converter damage. Replace spark plugs every 40,000 miles rather than waiting for Mercedes's extended intervals, because worn plugs cause misfires that dump unburned fuel into the exhaust system and destroy catalytic converters that cost $2,000 to $4,000 to replace on Mercedes vehicles. Mercedes engines operate under high compression and boost pressure that places extreme demands on spark plugs. When plugs wear beyond optimal condition, they cause misfires that allow unburned fuel to enter the exhaust system, overheating and destroying expensive catalytic converters. Fresh plugs prevent misfires and protect downstream components. Use only OEM specification spark plugs designed for your specific Mercedes engine, as generic plugs may not handle the extreme operating conditions. The service costs $200 to $400, but prevents catalytic converter replacement that costs 10 times more. Fresh plugs also restore optimal fuel economy and performance while reducing emissions. According to Mercedes service data and emission specialists, worn spark plugs are the leading cause of catalytic converter failure in Mercedes vehicles, with replacement costs often exceeding $3,000 for multiple converters. Misfire damage to catalytic converters is not covered under warranty when caused by deferred maintenance. Smart Mercedes owners replace spark plugs proactively every 40,000 miles, understanding that this service prevents expensive catalytic converter failures while maintaining optimal engine performance and fuel economy. Differential service, the forgotten drivetrain component. Service rear differential fluid every 60,000 miles to remove metal particles and restore proper lubrication to heavily loaded components that can fail catastrophically when neglected, requiring expensive rebuilds that often cost more than the vehicle's depreciated value to repair. Mercedes differentials operate under extreme loads and generate metal particles from normal gear wear. When differential fluid becomes contaminated with these particles, it creates an abrasive mixture that accelerates component damage and can lead to catastrophic failure. Fresh fluid removes contaminants and restores proper lubrication. The service costs under $200, but prevents differential rebuilds that can cost $2,000 to $4,000 depending on the model. Differential failure often occurs suddenly and without warning, leaving vehicles undrivable and requiring expensive towing. Regular service extends differential life significantly while maintaining smooth operation. According to drivetrain specialists and Mercedes service records, differentials with regular fluid service have failure rates 80% lower than those with original fluid. Differential failures often damage surrounding components, increasing repair costs beyond just the differential itself. Smart Mercedes owners include differential service in regular maintenance schedules, understanding that this forgotten service prevents expensive drivetrain failures and maintains the smooth power delivery that makes Mercedes driving special. Engine mount replacement, preventing vibration damage. Replace engine and transmission mounts every 100,000 miles to prevent vibration that damages other components and degrades the refined driving experience that makes Mercedes special. Failed mounts allow excessive movement that can damage exhaust systems, wiring harnesses, and other components throughout the vehicle. Mercedes engine mounts are filled with fluid that dampens vibration and provides smooth operation. Over time, these mounts deteriorate and lose their damping ability, allowing vibration and harshness that affects both comfort and component longevity. The vibration can damage sensitive components throughout the vehicle and create expensive secondary failures. Fresh mounts cost $600 to $1,200 to replace, but dramatically improve driving refinement while preventing damage to other components. Failed mounts also stress the transmission and can cause premature failure of expensive drivetrain components. The replacement restores the smooth, refined operation that Mercedes owners expect. According to Mercedes specialists and vibration analysis data, failed engine mounts cause accelerated wear of numerous vehicle components while degrading the luxury driving experience that justifies Mercedes ownership. Mount replacement is often overlooked until vibration becomes severe, but proactive replacement prevents secondary damage. Smart Mercedes owners replace engine mounts proactively every 100,000 miles, understanding that this service maintains the refined driving experience while preventing expensive secondary damage to other vehicle components. These 10 maintenance secrets represent the difference between Mercedes ownership being a dream or a nightmare, proving that knowledge and proper maintenance are your best protection against expensive failures. The bi-weekly PCV inspection alone can save you thousands in oil leak repairs, while the other 9 secrets address the specific failure points that plague Mercedes vehicles and turn them into money pits. The common thread among all these procedures is that prevention costs hundreds, while repairs cost thousands, making proper maintenance the most cost-effective insurance policy for your Mercedes. Understanding these professional maintenance strategies helps you avoid the pitfalls that transform luxury vehicles into financial disasters. Smart Mercedes owners treat these secrets as mandatory knowledge for successful ownership, understanding that following these professional strategies is the key to enjoying Mercedes luxury and performance for hundreds of thousands of miles without the financial stress that plagues owners who ignore these critical maintenance procedures. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and if you like content like this, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.